This week on Americana Outdoors, we're kayak fishing at Valley Lake Ranch with Wade Middleton and Brandon Brinkman to check out and test out the latest innovation from Garmin, the Garmin Force Current Kayak Trolling Motor.
When you look at kayaks, the opportunity to go off the beaten path, and now you've got advancements to be able to stay in deeper pools and fish a little better and navigate and hold and stay in one spot, get the most out of the fishing aspect of it. There's a lot of reasons people are going towards kayaks, and that's one of the reasons why companies like Garmin have created opportunities and advancements in products to get them to maximize the enjoyment of having a kayak.
The big reason we're here today is to show Wade and introduce him to the Force Current Kayak. So it is a stern-mounted kayak dedicated motor that has wireless power and steering. So you're able to fish hands-free completely. Along with the wireless innovation that we're able to do there with all of our other Garmin marine products, there's a ton of integration going on. So it's just cool to see all the time, energy, and effort that the engineering teams put into bringing truly revolutionary products to the market. I feel like the kayak market's been pretty receptive to it. It's a big push, it's a lot of change. It's just something different that doesn't exist out there today.
Before we jump into the nitty-gritty of all the impressive new features of the Garmin Force Current, let's learn about the Bass Pro Shops Ascend 133X Tournament Kayak with yak power we'll be climbing into and fishing out of today.
So before we get into electronics, I wanted to walk through the kayak that we're talking about today and we'll be fishing with the next few days, which is the Ascend 133X from Bass Pro. So this is actually the biggest fishing kayak that they carry, and it comes packed with features. So to start off, overall size, this hits right at 13 feet and width is right at 3 feet wide. Big benefit from that is stability. So you can get out on the water, you feel very comfortable, very secure. Lots of room to work with, so lots of big tank wall here on the back and a big open space on the front. And from that, lots of mounting options. So you've got 4-hole mounting options on both the front and the back of the boat, which gives you the option to mount a bow or stern mounted motor, or if you have a power pole or whatever other electronics that you need to do. A big feature that was beneficial for my initial setup is there's actually a dedicated nook here at the front for your transducer to tuck up and way into the bow of the boat, so that it's just safe, right? So a lot of times if it's sticking out, you'll nick it, you'll catch it on the bed of your truck while you're loading it in and out, but it's safely tucked away up in there. Another big benefit is it comes preloaded with what's called yak power. So it's a pre-wired electronics, which has a bunch of ports all throughout the boat, which just makes the initial setup and installation of electronics easier and more simple.
It's time to get back to the water and see how these powerful tools perform on the water. Let's catch some fish.
That's a dandy. Well, that one was about as dumb a bass as I can catch, because he hit it as soon as the bait hit the water. I love those kind, because dumb is easy. This is pretty fun. Speaking of easy, it didn't take me very long to master the majority of this. I'm literally sitting here anchor locked right now so that the camera boat can catch up to me so that we can actually talk. And it's just a little button right here I pushed and staying in one spot. So pretty handy to have.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Finally on the board for the bass, so second fish of the day. Just casting up into this culvert a little bit. Saw him schooling here earlier, just kind of came over here and been working here for maybe 10-15 minutes. Maybe my 5th cast on that rattle trap, so good fish. Here we go.
There we go. Come here, buddy. I love this anchor lock feature on here. We got live scope, we got all the toys, but the trolling motor is the deal.
We'll return to the water in just a moment, but in the meantime, take this opportunity to subscribe to our Americana Outdoors YouTube channel. We're taking a quick detour over to the 2025 ICAST trade show to learn more about the new Garmin Force Current Kayak Trolling Motor.
Hi, I'm Dave Dunn with Garmin at ICAST 2025, and we're here to talk about a couple new products that we're debuting here that we're super excited about. The first is the Force Current kayak trolling motor. It's the first trolling motor from Garmin that's designed specifically for kayaks. And what's unique about this motor is it's a brushless motor, so you get better efficiency, you get better power, longer run times on the water. The wireless foot pedals are revolutionary with this motor. And what's unique about them, yeah, wireless is cool, but it works almost like a zero-turn motor, so you have articulation that you just don't get anywhere else. You have these nice buttons on the side, again, hands-free, you just use your foot. That gives you anchor lock, you just click it over, and it also gives you heading hold. So if you want to stay on that spot, easily click it with your foot or not. If you want to heading hold, you have one on your left foot, you just click that and it'll heading hold where you want to go. Super cool control with wireless foot pedals that are revolutionary to the force current. It comes with a wireless remote. If you don't have foot pedals or don't want to use the foot pedals, you have the wireless remote. It has gesture steering and complete control. So if you don't want to use the foot pedals, you have the wireless remote. Again, it has gesture, so you can actually point the remote and the boat will actually turn that way. Hits about 5 miles an hour, wide open throttle, so it's super fast. And again, you can get in places that you traditionally wouldn't be able to get in with a trolling motor. So you get the best of both worlds of having potentially a motor on the bow and the stern. So it has a wireless man overboard tag. So you clip it to your life jacket, and in instance you fall over, it breaks connection and it will actually stop the motor. So you can get back to your kayak and get back to fishing. So we're super excited about the Force Current. Check them out on Garmin.com.
Back over at Valley Lake Ranch, Wade and Brandon are crushing the bass and sharing some insight into why kayak fishing has become so widely popular among outdoorsmen over the years.
Old summertime fish sitting around the culvert wants to drag my kayak around, but he doesn't have the power to beat this. Come here, buddy. I like that. Well, that's pretty fun right there when you get one to bite it like that. Get you back in the water, fish. Go catch another one real quick. The ease of operation with these foot pedals, just so easy to move the boat around, maneuver it, go backwards. I'm sitting here anchor locked down right now, just making repetitive casts, and the wind's blowing in on these rocks. If you were doing a normal kayak situation, you know, you'd be trying to sit here and fight it with a paddle. You'd have a hard time. Really, you'd have an almost impossible time to be able to do what I'm doing just sitting here. So. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Get up here, fish. He is headed my way as quick as he can. I'm in here. Oh, that is so fun. Hey, 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 hey. Still gotta watch them hooks, whether you're in a kayak or a boat. Captured this and on some of those new Johnny Morris bow baits. He couldn't resist that one. Oh yeah, got him? Good deal. Get him, Brandon, that's a good one. Hey, you just need to sit over in them weeds. I won't poach your hole, you don't poach mine. All right? All right, good fish. Nice one, nice. This is too fun sitting here. Kayak fishing has just absolutely exploded over the last 20 years, and I've done a lot of kayak fishing and absolutely loved it. You get into some remote places a lot of people can't, and this is, it's just grown so much, it's amazing.
It honestly kind of reignited fishing for me. Like, I had been out of it for a long time, did a lot as a kid, got really into hunting, and then just with working on these the last few years, the last year or so, it's been a ton of fun.
This adds a different component to it with the motor. Yeah. I mean, you're over there going front, backwards, maneuvering around. I would be fighting. I'm not that coordinated to do it with a paddle.
And the thing is, you do it long enough, it just kind of becomes second nature. Like, you just kind of move and go, and I don't even think about it after a while. So just focus on fishing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm anchor locked. If normal day, with the way the wind's blowing, I'm already on the rocks.
Yeah.
I'm old man laying back fishing like this. So you're over there chunking and winding, and I'm just shaking a worm.
We'll return to the water in just a moment, but in the meantime, take this opportunity to subscribe to our Americana Outdoors YouTube channel.
You know, we're filming this in August, and August fishing for bass can be hit or miss, but you know, at Valley Lake Ranch, it's gonna be more hit than it's gonna be miss. And I knew we could catch a few on frogs, and I know there's a better way to catch them. You can get out deep, you can do all that, but you got peppergrass, you got coontail, and you got bass up shallow. I'm gonna go shallow and throw a frog. I'll take my 20 bites on a frog all day long over 50 bites. So, you know, and that's the thing I tell anybody that wants to come up here, it's if you commit to it, you're gonna get a lot of bites. And that's what we did.
Yeah, there you go. It's a big one.
I see. The frog bite never gets old. Just throw it in reverse here and get off our grass. That never gets old. That was fun, buddy. You go back, get in that pepper grass. Kayak's supposed to be pretty simple and easy to use, so I didn't want to bring a lot of stuff, nor did I. I had some new Spro swim baits in the boat, I had some wacky worms, and then I had some Spro frogs, the flapping frog. I mean, when you're talking about millful, coontail, hydrilla, peppergrass, and you need to get a bait through it fast, then I mean, the Spro flapping frog is my go-to. It's my favorite thing to do on this, and I'll take 40-pound sunline braid. You can cast it a mile, a 7'1" to rod, medium heavy, cast it out there and wind it over the top. Yeah, come on.
2 back to back. Talking weight earlier, this is, I don't know, the 4th frog I've caught today, or fish I've caught on a frog today, but the first time I've ever caught anything on a frog, and it's a ton of fun seeing him hit it, and it's fun just playing around. Like that one, I intentionally slowed down a little bit, and that's right when he hit it, so just keep figuring that out.
Hey, Brandon, can you tell us how you've utilized your Garmin electronics to help you catch those fish today?
Yeah, that's been super helpful. So really, I kind of got the wind in my back here, kind of angled in right to all this grass, and I pushed the anchor lock button. And it's kept me here for the last 10 minutes, just letting me cast right in the spots that I want. So there's a nice little pinch point here where I think there's hopefully a few more sitting. So I'll get my line back in the water here in a second and hopefully catch another one.
When you get bites on a frog, it's pretty epic. And you know, when you start looking at where to fish a frog, you know, just keep a few things in mind. One day they might be on the edge, one day they might be in the middle of it, one day they might be in pockets and lanes, it might be clumps, it might be a giant grass bed. You've got to kind of find them, and when you find them, try to repeat it in a lot of different situations. And here's where it can get wild. And this is really hard to do. When one blows up on it, your first instinct is to jerk and watch the bait come flying over your head. It happens all the time. I still do it after I don't know how many years of doing it. Try to be patient, try to pause when that fish bites it, kind of crank down on him, watch that line. If you feel him tugging, swimming around, that's that fish moving that bait a lot of times around in his mouth and as he's swimming off, and then you hit him, and when you hit him hard. And you try to turn him, get his head up, get him cartwheeling in, and if you're fortunate enough to get him all the way in, giggle and laugh. If you miss him and it gets away, giggle and laugh anyway, because it's supposed to be fun, and a topwater bite on a frog is fun, period.
Was it? Oh no! Oh man!
Catch him behind the boat. You miss it and go behind you?
I just went to set the hook, it landed back here, the fish.
Dude, that's hilarious. You never know when the biggest fish of the day is going to be caught.
We'll return to the water in just a moment, but in the meantime, take this opportunity to subscribe to our Americana Outdoors YouTube channel.
Hands-free fishing in a kayak. I got to go back to the troubles and trials and tribulations I had when I first started. You know, I've got a paddle or I'm drifting around and things are constantly in the way. You know, you hook up a fish or the wind's blowing you in the bank. It's a battle. With the new Garmin trolling motor, that battle is gone, it's eliminated. Once you master the usage of those foot pedals, you can go backwards, you can turn left, you can turn right on the dime, you can do donuts in it, you can do whatever you want to with it. But what that means is your hands are free to fish. I was able to present baits unlike any time I've ever been doing in a kayak. I'm literally running down a bank and I'm casting into the reeds, I'm casting up under cover, I'm skipping baits. I mean, those are things, if you got a paddle in the way and you're trying to do other things, you cannot do. Now you get the best of both worlds. You've got nothing hindering you because everything is being done by your feet, and they build things that are intuitive and easy to use. Come on, buddy. You got captured. We like that. That is too fun. You're not that big, but you were pretty mean. And I don't care how big they are anymore. I just like to get a bite. I'm amazed at how easy it is just to, quickly pick it up and go. And I know that, it's just like anything. Some people want to sit on top kayak that they're paddling, and other people are drawn to this. But I think when you're drawn to this, you really see the advantages of how everything is set up right here. I mean, it's big, you got a lot of space, we put full units with live scope up front, and then the ability to power it. I mean, this is a pretty big body of water we're on, and you can go from one end to the other at almost 5 miles an hour.
Yeah. That's the big thing we're talking about too, is like there's no way we would have covered quite this much of this lake if we're paddling around, and then you got stuff in the way. And
I'd already be laying on the bank right now if you asked me to go paddle this far.
There's a handful of other powered options out there, but the big thing for us on this and what we really went after is keeping your hands free the whole time.
Right.
So with those pedals, you're doing both the steering and your throttle. So you're not having to adjust any of that stuff. And the other big thing is it's all done with one motor. Yeah. So a couple of the other powered solutions out there right now, you got one in the back and one on the front trying to run two at the same time. So.
And this motor goes on a lot of different models of kayaks too.
Yeah, that 4-bolt pattern is pretty industry standard, and that's another thing we try to design into, is just make it fit as many as possible. Oh, there we go.
Get him? Yeah. Did you see him come out of the water? I know you were looking at me. He came like a foot out of the water.
Heck yeah.
He smoked it.
Yeah.
That bite never does get old.
The frog bite never gets old, but the day does have to come to an end. As we head back to shore, let's see one more feature of the Garmin Force Current kayak trolling motor in action.
One other cool feature about the trolling motor integrating with the chart plotters is I can set up auto navigation. So what I'm going to do here is I'm literally just going to pull up my charts for this lake that we're on right now. Go ahead and touch the screen, the route 2 will pop up, hit that piece. I'm literally just going to mark a few. Add turn, add turn, add turn, and then I'm done. All right, from there I can literally just activate my trolling motor straight from here. So it literally says engage trolling motor. I can just literally just push that button, hit engage, and it's gonna start taking me on back. I've had the privilege to be at Garmin for right around 13 years now, and I've seen a ton of change there. A lot of that change has been driven around the core of that company. So there's always, if we're going to start a new project, start a new product, there's always got to be a very strong why Garmin. Like, why is Garmin going to spend the time, energy, and effort to go make this thing? It's so innovative, it drives so much change, and again, there's just nothing like it on the market today that can do what it can do. We built this thing from the ground up with the kayak fisher in mind. We knew that it's important to keep your hands free, give you the flexibility to move and position yourself and moving on the water seamlessly, and that's where this idea, this concept started, probably 5-6 years ago is the first time I heard about it. So that's how long it takes us to, do the R&D, figure these things out, and bring something this innovative to market.
Hey, thank you for watching, and join us again next week on a new episode of Americana Outdoors. Americana Outdoors is a Kayak TV production.